Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel Ofer again. Today I want to talk to you guys about why breaking the rules is going to make you a better guitar player and why you actually have to break the rules in order to become a better guitar player. I wrote a quick etude for you guys to kind of showcase and teach you guys all the skills and all the rules you need to know in order to break them, to break out of the plateau. So let's start with that and then we'll go in the lesson. Let's go! Alright guys, so real quick, let's start with a few things you have to know in order to break the rules, because again, you have to know the rules in order to break them. So today we're gonna work on a very basic major scale, C major. Or A minor in that case. The notes are all neutral notes: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And very basic stuff, right? It's very important to know your triads. Every chord is made out of 3 notes: the first note in the scale, the third, and the fifth. So that's a C major triad, that's a D minor triad, that's the next triad in the scale, E minor, F, G, A, and B half diminished. And yeah, these are very basic stuff. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you work on that, you'll figure it out. So the etude I kind of came up with goes over a very simple chord progression in this very key. We're going from C to G inversion to A minor. So kind of that idea going, not exactly what I played, but you get the idea. I incorporated some slides in between to some of the right notes within the arpeggios. So let's go chord by chord. We got a C major here, and I'm doing kind of a C major 7 type of thing. And even that by itself is a pretty cool idea, right? It's not very sophisticated. If you think shape-wise, I'm playing that same shape on the 2 strings. And I'm adding that slide there. And that's kind of what I'm talking about with breaking the rules, right? I could have just gone. But that's boring. I think the cool thing is to break out of that and go, or. And that's even cooler because I'm adding here the major 7, which adds another flavor, another color to the palette. Very nice. Now I'm taking that exact same idea and I'm applying it to G, right? So, and I'm sliding here again to that 7th, dominant 7th note. Now going to A minor, I kind of changed things up a bit, added some scale notes. So I got the arpeggio, I'm using an open string there. And I'm adding the 9th right there. And then I'm going down a scale. And again, if you know the things, it's very easy to pick up. That's why it's important to know the rules before you break them. So if you'll know the scale, it will be very easy to pick up on what I'm saying right now because it's all related. So going down the scale. Now we got an F chord going down a G chord, so it's kind of like very basic chords, right? F, G, C, 4, 5, 1. So all together it sounds like that, slow. And there at the second round, I kind of spiced things up a little bit. I went down the scale entirely. And I went to an F6 or F minor 6. Type move, kind of like romantic, right? Sad. I'm always thinking about emotions, about colors, about feelings, so I can relate these sounds to something familiar that I can express myself with, right? Same as you do with language. You can relate the word shit to a pile of shit. Something stinks, right? It's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's a scent. Same with notes. Sad note. Happy note. Sneaky note. Closure, also very important to know your closure. So I'm always relating these two moves, 5 to 1 is kind of like my closure. So anyways, that's kind of the idea I wanted to show you today. And why am I talking about breaking the rules? Because the easiest way is always to just go which might sound cool, but it's very basic, right? I'm just playing the chords, nothing spicy, nothing, no personality going on. I think it's very important to add your personality, and maybe like you said in the intro, add in some of the nuances you like. I like to use the bar, I like tapped harmonics, I like some trills sometimes, slides up and down. And it's very important to know what you like and what you want to sound like in order to get there, right? So know the rules, know the scales, know your triads, and then know what you want to get out of the guitar. What do you want to represent? Who are you as an individual, as a player, as an artist? What do you want to bring out of that 6-string instrument? And go and experiment, right? I sat down with the guitar, just, oh, I like that, maybe I can try that in another triad. But that's boring, I don't want to do it again. I don't want it to sound more like an exercise, I want it to sound like something cool and interesting, so and then maybe you can add a little bit of blues notes, whatever you want to do. You're the artist, but I just want to give you a tool right here and kind of think out of the box for a change and not just go up a scale, but actually break out of that and be unique. And yeah, I hope that helps. That's kind of a quick lesson. I'm also giving one-on-one lessons if you guys are interested via Skype or whatever is your preferred video call method. And so you can contact me, my email is down below. And please subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing here, guys. And I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.